What's going on, everyone? It's time for another action adventure sci-fi film review. Today we're going to talk about a film called Oblivion. Not the 90s one, but the one from 2013. It was released by Universal Pictures April 19th, 2013. It stars Tom Cruise. It was produced by Peter Sharon, Dylan Clark, Barry Levin, and Duncan Henderson. It was written by Carl Godsley and Michael D. Berg. It was produced and directed by Joseph Kosinski, who actually wrote the graphic novel that it's based on. He also did films like Top Gun Maverick, F1, Taken Legacy, and Only the Brave. This film had a budget of $120 million. So Oblivion is about a small group of people who survived a huge robotic alien attack on Earth in the not so distant future, and they're slowly fighting back and trying to regain and survive during this. And now, amidst this, Tom Cruise and his partner think they're the only ones in this area, pretty much on Earth. And lo and behold, from out of nowhere, during a resurgence sort of type of deal, they come across a young girl frozen in a time in like one of those sleeper capsule things, and yeah, who actually is one of them. And so but she has to get back to somewhere where she has to be at a certain time, so they have to help her find her way and find a way to get her off the planet of where they're at. So don't mind the cat. So this film actually has some very cool visuals. The visuals in this look absolutely amazing. It's very well done with like the CG and stuff. The effects in this are actually really well done, and the cinematography is really good, and the music's really good. And the acting's not too bad as well. So it's very interesting seeing Tom Cruise in a more pseudo like chill role. Usually he's a big action guy. This one he's pretty much flying a spaceship around for most of it and stuff. But yeah, there's not too much to the story. The story in this film is very bland. It's a little slower paced. It has more like showing a lot of exotic stuff, and yeah, and that you spend a lot of time with him like talking about what happened and stuff with his partner, and then they come across the resurgency, I guess you could call it, played by Morgan Freeman, who's the leader, and he ends up facing them, and they end up working together to take on these robot things that are the aliens that are trying to annihilate the human race, basically. And yeah, so it's very bland, the story itself, and it's not really interesting. It kind of just moves at a steady pace and stuff, but there's not much to this. It's very simple. And the characters, though, are there's not very much character development in this. How can you have a good sci-fi adventure story without having enriched characters so people could get behind them and make you see and feel and make you want them to survive the situation? We get it. So when it gets to these points, it kind of just is just like, oh, action scene. Oh, okay. And then it's just back to an adventure. Nothing really serious happens. There's no real emotional impact, which is kind of disappointing because you kind of need that to make this film work. Now, this might work for some people. For me, it didn't. And I wasn't really big into it. Also, I noticed there's a lot of stuff ripped out of other sci-fi films. Like there's a scene that's very similar to a scene in RoboCop where they reveal the big two-legged tank thing and it shoots up a border. No, but this one it tries to shoot up Tom Cruise and his partner as they're in a home they built. And then there's also basically they ripped off the spaceship line scenes in Star Wars when they go and the first Star Wars where they go and they shoot up the Death Star. They basically did that exact same thing but in a narrow trench with while chasing it. It's also very reminiscent of Top Gun, which actually the director would go on to do a sequel to Top Gun. So yeah, but still, it's not too bad. It's visually stunning, and it has some really good stuff in it, but still, you need a rich story with rich characters to make it all work, and that's where this film didn't really work for me. So I'm going to give Oblivion a 2.5 out of 5. It was better than I was expecting it to be. It was way different than I was expecting it to be, but I still thought it was a decent, fun little adventure film. So, yeah, you want to check it out. I'm not sure where it's streaming or anything. It was on Netflix for a while, but I don't think it's there now. So I'll link the trailer down below at least, so you can check that out and see what I'm talking about down there. But also link down below is my Instagram. So I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You put the film title in there, some fun fact or history thing in there as well. Also, my Letterbox down below to repeat reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films, and my Twitter's down below reviews on this Twitter. So follow me on those platforms, stay with this channel. Like this video, share it some more people aware of it, comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any films or film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service I want to hear my opinions on the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Make sure you subscribe if you find some weird here and all day, probably never thought of checking out together, and also share my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews, and other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell, because, well, we're going to do one of the two action sci-fi creature films, Pacific Rim. We're going to do Pacific Rim Uprising, because there's a lot of cool stuff in that I want to talk about, so I'm going to review that movie next, in the next review, so make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those robotic aliens shooting up the world, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.